Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you my LEGO Sonic SANDOPOLIS MOC. Now this MOC, as you can see, is very tall. It looks taller than it is here. I just have a really small desk area. You can see that, my desk isn't really that big, so there's already a bunch of other junk off to the side that you probably don't need to see. But this thing is about a foot tall. I measured a bit. Sorry, I'm still kind of recovering from being sick, but what is it? So this MOC, it's a very simple MOC. It's not supposed to be anything super complicated. It doesn't really have that much detail to it, but I still think it's a really cool and interesting MOC. And so with that, be sure to like and subscribe. Around 1,000 subs, 1,000 subscriber special is going to come next week. So yeah, with that, let's get into the video. Now one thing about this MOC is each section, this is kind of hard to do with one hand, can be removed. So the top section can be removed, and let me see if I can get the middle section with one hand. Kind of broke it there, but the middle section can also be removed as well. So you have three different sections, like the middle, the very bottom, and the top. So let's start from the bottom, working our way to the top, and let's go look at each of these sections more in depth. Okay, so this first area is supposed to be like the very bottom kind of place you don't want to be in type area, and that kind of works with how Sonic levels are. Usually the bottom is very hard. There's a lot of enemies. The top is also kind of just trickier, as in the sense that it's kind of harder to stay up there. But so this is just supposed to be kind of the sand pit. This is mainly based off the second stage of the game, Act 2, where you're inside of the pyramid, and then later on the level you can kind of hit this thing on the ceiling and a bunch of sand starts pouring into the room, and you have to kind of walk your way up. It's it's very simple. The pillars are brown with just gray. Ideally I wouldn't want to make the walls dark tan, and just didn't have enough dark tan. You see I'm using kind of like some cylinder pieces to kind of make that sandiness, the thing falling. Got some fire in the back. Sonic as well, he's just kind of, sitting there, probably gonna drown in sand. Not sure how that would work, how you would drown in sand. I guess I can kind of see how it would work, but, kind of gross. But anyway, so yeah, it's just a bunch of yellow plates and stuff. Let me remove Sonic here. There's a bunch of yellow plates. It's a very simple room, but I definitely think it's a very cool, it's just cool, and it's kind of a nice little set piece. This could also just kind of, if you just add the roof, this kind of be its own cool little set piece. Obviously, this is just kind of, levitating here because there is no ceiling. But I do think it looks nice. The full 360 view, you can see it's just very plain, very basic. I am very happy with how it turned out, though. It's a very simple, but a very cool part of the MOC. Okay, so this is the main layer. I'm going to remove, or I guess I won't move the ceiling because there is kind of something attached to it. Sorry, I'm kind of dumb. But this is kind of like the main area of Act 2, kind of just showing kind of everything. So first you have this black thing, and that is supposed to be, let me move my camera here, sorry. This is supposed to be one of those black switches that Sonic, you can kind of go up here and push against it, and then I'll open some sort of door later on in the level. I'm happy with how that turned out. Then in the back there, you have a monitor with a shield. Obviously, then in Sonic 3, that you didn't have a regular shield. It would be like a fire shield or something. So I just put this just to kind of, I just put it there. I thought it looked nice. This right here is supposed to be, what is it? The little switches that Sonic pulls, and when he pulls them, the ghosts go away, because there are ghosts in SANDOPOLIS Act 2. And Sonic, he can hold it, let me just put him and have him like that. So yes, he can, hold on to them. It is the most ideal thing. It's more of just kind of a decoration thing. It doesn't function, if you try to pull it off, it'll just pull this off. Yeah, I just did that. So yeah, I do think, however, it looks nice. I'm happy with how this turned out. I did try making the ghosts, but they ended up looking really, really bad. So yeah, I just decided not to do that. Let me remove the ceiling really quick so you can kind of see that back wall. You can kind of see, I'm very happy with how that wall turned out. If you see, it just kind of has these almost wooden logs sticking out with some, I used some dark gray plates for some accents in that, and then I see a dark tan wall. I think it's a nice wall. I don't know, it's a nice looking wall. It's very plain and stuff from the back, There is this little hallway here as well. You can have Sonic walk through. Let me just get him oriented there. You can have Sonic walk through there. And yeah, yeah, it's kind of, you know, there's not really much space to move around. You know, you just kind of, you can go over here. There's no enemies or anything in this room. But yeah, it's a nice, simple, small little room, kind of like the main area of the MOC. I'm happy with how it turned out, but with that, let's go to the last section, the top half. Okay, so this is supposed to represent kind of the first act of the stage. Kind of act one when you're out in the open, just kind of imagine some pyramids and stuff like that out in the background. I feel like the main thing I should first point out is this cute little guy right here. Now, there are enemies in Sonic 3. They're kind of like the rocks, but they're disguised as enemies. But yeah, you have this little rock guy and they're disguised as enemies in the game, you know, or disguised as rock, sorry. And I think he honestly looks pretty accurate, pretty good to how he looks in the game. He's just using the crab meat eyes from the Sonic set. You know, just a derpy kind of little guy. You just use some plates on the side. It's just using, here, let me get this off. You can see some snot bricks on the side. Sorry, the camera isn't focusing. You can, you know, just attaching that there to the bottom, attach this to the top, and boom, you have a kind of little rock guy. He's a kind of a derpy little guy. I'm kind of gonna, you know, I'll like him a lot more than when I first made him. I think he's pretty good. I think he looks fairly accurate to how he looks in the game. I'm pretty happy with him. Over here, it's very, very basic. I just kind of, you know, didn't really know what to do because, I don't know, just kind of sand, you know, hills and stuff like that. This, you have a ruin kind of structure here with some poles and stuff. Sonic can just barely fit underneath here. In the game, this is kind of something based off of the game. The poles are supposed to be yellow, but I had like I used all of my like yellow pieces, like circular bricks for the first part with the sand. But I think it looks alright, and you do have like kind of a life up here, one up, just kind of a secret, like, you know, Sonic can kind of focus. Sonic can try and get up here somehow. So yeah, I am really happy with, you know, this area. I think all 3 areas, so they are really simple. I do think they are really nice, just little areas to have Sonic explore, and I think it's just a cool little area. With all 3 areas here, I am really happy with each one. I originally was going to be like, oh, I should probably just make this area, or how about I just make this area? But I decided to combine all 3 of these different little areas and turn them into one big MOC. I think this is definitely one of the cooler, like, playset style of MOCs that I've made. I definitely think it's more kind of, more of like almost a playset almost more than, I mean, it is kind of display. Like this room is kind of more of display than play. This one is more play. I guess this one is. I'm really happy with how I think I was able to get a good variety of stuff here. Comment down below if I should kind of make more MOCs in this style. Maybe Labyrinth Zone, maybe. That might be a good one. Maybe Lava Reef might be a good one for this style of MOC, I think. But yeah, this is kind of the first vertical Sonic MOC I've made in a very long time. I think the last one was really like my Angel Island MOC or my Sonic 2 Chemical Plant MOC. So yeah, with that though, that's it for this video. Hope you had a good time watching this video. I had fun building this one. It was kind of hard finding all the yellow parts, but yeah, that's basically it for this video. Have a great day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.